Hillary Clinton is a world-class bozo and criminal.
Drinking with my girls, hey. Drinking with my boys, hey. Bones in the air, now click. Selfie. Bones in the air, now click. Selfie. Bones in the air, now click. Selfie.
The whole world's mocking her. We're going to get to that before her comments against Trump. Huma Abedine, her old criminal assistant, is getting married to George Soros' son. Welcome to Doug in Exile as we keep you up to date on the slithering Hillary Clinton. Shout out to the Quad Club. If this is the fourth video you watch today, you're in the Quad Club. Thank you for watching all the way to the end. That's what keeps the lights on here. Of course, you subscribe is how you say thank you. Trying to get me to 1 million subscribers. Look at this headline. This is from the Irish Star. So I just want to say, look, Irish Star. Ireland. Hillary Clinton savagely mocked for embarrassing LA riots response. This is the commentary on her around the world. Violence between police and protesters have erupted across the U.S. as cops try to shut down resistance to Trump's deportation plans. Former U.S. presidential hopeful Hillary Clinton has been savagely mocked online for describing the ongoing protests in Los Angeles as peaceful. That was just a narrative, a cover-up that the Democrat Party did. They have no other choice but do that. They have no other play. They have nothing positive, and no one bought it. Here's on Tuesday, Mayor Karen Bass issued a curfew. That's how peaceful they were. City officials say opportunists have come in to smash storefronts and loot businesses after peaceful protesters leave. So we covered some of the peaceful protesters. Most of the stuff that made TV obviously was violent. Here's the Hillary Clinton post. California Governor Newsom, just picture her squawking like a crow, didn't request the National Guard be deployed to his state following peaceful demonstrations. Trump sent them anyway. Clinton posted on X. It's the first time in 60 years a president has made that choice. Trump's goal isn't to keep Californians safe. His goal is chaos, because chaos is good for Trump. That's just a weird projection from her. Of course, the internet and culture didn't let her have the final say. Since the social media platform was bought by Elon Musk, who renamed it from Twitter to X, the political leaning of the site has lurched to the right. That's barely true. It used to be so far to the left. It's still about 50-50 now. So it went from bury the needle left to now it's 50-50. Users on the platform slammed Clinton's description of the protests, especially after she switched off comments. Now, that is something you could do on Twitter. If you do an unpopular post, you turn off the comments so that people can't see that they're overwhelmingly negative against you. So she got dogpiled. One quote, Hillary Clinton is delusional, if nothing else, unquote, after another user posted footage of a fire burning with a protester waving a Mexican flag. Quote, these are not very peaceful, Hillary, unquote. Florida Republican Anna Paulina Luna wrote. So major political people came in and commented on the situation and largely demolished her. Wild conspiracy theories circulate alongside the criticism, with one writing, peaceful? This is peaceful? Not a blinking small fraction of this is peaceful. This isn't peaceful either. And they keep showing pictures and putting them in Hillary Clinton's face. It's criminals paid by Democrats to attack law enforcement. The Trump administration said it would continue its program of raids and deportations despite the protests. Quote, ICE will continue to enforce the law, unquote, Homeland Security. Kristi Noem posted on Tuesday. Okay, now let's get to something a little more. This is all building, guys. Here's the Daily Mail. I don't like quoting the UK, but I do think it's pretty funny what they have to say. Okay. X, Hillary Clinton aide, set to tie the knot with George Soros' son in a lavish Hamptons wedding as Democrat A-list invitees reveal. This is going to expose everything. Remember, Hillary already made all that money and then blew it all on Chelsea Clinton's wedding. This is her assistant, Huma Abedine, who was married to youth predator Weiner.
On top of that, there's the Anthony Weiner laptop, which I don't know if you heard this. I wrote an article about that too. 675,000 Clinton emails when they got Anthony Weiner's laptop in a search warrant because of all his perversion issues. It was all the Clinton emails, the Clinton Foundation, her Secretary of State emails, Huma Abedine's emails. Lots of people emailed Huma as a proxy for Hillary.
Ex-Hillary Clinton aide, Huma Abedine, dazzled in off-white. Yeah, I'll say off-white. Should have been a black dress. As she mingled with Democrat A-listers ahead of her Hamptons wedding. Oh, the Hamptons. You know, the working class Hamptons. To the wealthy son of George Soros, Daily Mail. These people are so incestuous and connected. Abedine, 48, wore a simple but elegant, mid-length, champagne-colored dress with flutter sleeves and matching heeled sandals as she celebrated her upcoming nuptials with Alex Soros, 39. 10 years younger than her, 9 years younger than her. Gross. Dude, marrying mommy issues. On Shelter Island, New York on Friday, that was yesterday, the groom-to-be complimented his bride in a light brown suit. Who wears a light brown suit to a wedding? Is this the 70s? With matching shoes as the pair spent the evening mingling with A-list Democrats such as Hillary Clinton herself, her husband, Bill Clinton, and daughter Chelsea, alongside with former President Barack Obama and his wife, the bitter and grouchy Michelle Obama, are on high-profile wedding guest lists, sources told Page Six. Hillary was seen talking about Abedine's son, Jordan, as she ate crackers covered in caviar, goose pate, shoving 5 of them at a time in her mouth. In fact, rubbing them all over her body. Get me the buffet. Whom she shares with disgraced politician Anthony Weiner, age 60. Huma Abedine is trading up from Anthony Weiner, 60, who's no longer politically useful to the left or the Clintons, who is attempting to break back into New York City politics with a bid for city council. By the way, I really appreciated his apology for what he did. He seemed to go through some kind of a 12-step group for young adult image addiction. I don't know. But her ex-husband, who she divorced after he was jailed for sexting a minor, never do that, people, is not attending the wedding. She did donate $175 toward his campaign, according to public records. So that was nice of her. She went to the ex, threw him $175, said, excuse me, but I got to trade up to this multi-billionaire, this Soros guy. I got to really connect to the hub of the future of politics. I got to get me some power. Sorry, ex-hubby. Bye-bye to you. I'm trading up to big money and big power. The happy couple hosted Friday night's soiree for dozens of family members and friends at the waterfront estate of Soros' mother, Susan Weber, on Shelter Island in the exclusive enclave of Daring Harbor. This is starting to make me sick just reading these details. The rehearsal dinner was surrounded by heavy security, including Secret Service agents. That's true. They really should have a lot for former U.S. President Bill Clinton and his wife, who arrived with Soros and Abedine by motorcade in black SUVs. I agree there should be a lot of security at this event in case some Democrat radical whack jobs show up, which, you know, those are usually the shooters. Torrential rain hammered down in the Hamptons on Saturday morning, almost as if God had a say. I added that part. Okay. Let's get to this one. Here's Delusional. Hillary Clinton savagely mocked for LA riots response, quote, only leftists disable comments, said Republican Rep Anna Paulina Luna. Former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton was brutally mocked by critics over a delusional ex-post describing the anti-ICE riots in LA as peaceful demonstrations. Remember, this was all the Democrat marketing, peaceful demonstrations, They tried brainwashing you because Democrats think you're stupid. They think that just because you hear it enough online that you'll start repeating it and believing it, when really only Democrats believe it. And I don't mean mainstream Democrats. I mean weirdo leftist Democrats. While pinning blame on President Donald Trump for sowing chaos in Southern California, comments off, lol, said, this is Anna Paulina Luna No, this is libs of TikTok. I'm sorry. Comments off. Lol. She can't handle the ratio. Now, the ratio is when people leave negative comments that outstrip your positive hearts or likes on Twitter. They call it being ratioed. It's just a weird cultural thing on Twitter. So Hillary was being ratioed, and libs of TikTok, which make fun of liberals, comments off, lol, she can't handle the ratio. This is what Hillary Clinton calls peaceful demonstrations. Popular conservative X account, libs of TikTok, posted, referring to how comments on Clinton's post were restricted to only permit ones from accounts Clinton follows on the social media platform, and accompanied by footage of the destruction in LA. So this allows them, the user, to screen only popular opinions. I want all of you to know I have never done that to any of my posts on Twitter, no matter how unpopular. I've never limited who responds. I've blocked people, blocked lunatics, but I've never done what Hillary did here. Former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton was brutally mocked by critics over a Delusional X post. The anti-ICE riots in LA as peaceful demonstrations, she said. Comments off, lol, can't handle the ratio. The message was in response to Clinton posting her first and only comment as of Tuesday morning regarding the LA riots and describing them as peaceful demonstrations before Trump mobilized the National Guard over the weekend. Now, here's the thing, Democrats, they get brave until culture turns against them, and they're chickens. They will not cash in they won't take a stand. They wait to see if those streets are full of supporters and protesters before they'll say anything. They want that coverage. Quote, California Governor Newsom didn't request the National Guard be deployed in his state following the peaceful demonstrations. Trump sent them anyway, she wrote. So that's another quote on that. Here's more from this is what I mean by from Ireland to Pennsylvania. These are the negative comments against Hillary, overwhelmingly negative for this lady. Hillary Clinton says she's not sure if America will remain the world's top superpower. She squawked like a crow as she turned her head at a shiny piece of foil sitting on the ground in the parking lot, eating scrapes of barbecue sauce off of it while no one was looking. Okay, this is in Philadelphia. Former U.S. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton made a guest appearance in Philadelphia on Sunday morning, that's last week, morning, to participate in a Q&A session. Attendees were told that a special guest would be speaking to them. Imagine the terrible surprise they got. We got a surprise, a very special guest. Then Hillary Clinton comes out and they're like, but the crowd was kept in the dark until Clinton took the stage for 30 minutes. Caw, caw. She responded on questions in a variety of foreign affairs topics at the gathering, encouraging civic engagement and finding solutions to the nation's most pressing challenges. Yeah, we'll look to you for solutions, ladies. So thank God you're voted out of office. Clinton told the room she's intrigued and excited by what we're doing. I'm hopeful that it can serve as a model for a lot of tough issues we face, she said. Someone asked in the audience in the U.S., who's really the top superpower in the world? Or are we just top consumers? She said, I think we still are the top superpower, but I'm not sure we will remain, she said, showing zero hope for the American future. Quote, because we are giving away our power in ways I think are very damaging to our leadership position in the world. I don't know what she's talking about or who thinks she thinks is giving our power away. She probably thinks it's Trump giving our power away to Russia. So the lie continues. Shout out to the Quad Club. Love you guys. Leave a comment below. Did Hillary Clinton, will she get any traction in culture? I really doubt it. Just be happy. You and I can just be happy that we did not do what Hillary Clinton did, so we don't have to live under that guilt and under that response by the general public that think we're largely lying, duplicitous, trashy criminal empires. I'm Doug in Exile.